Abusia, and a showdown in Parliament, no, a dear say, Majority Chief Whip, Honorable Adom Pre, Ahumache, and when you see ma, Okuku Pima or Parliament, Arches and Penny 4, and then to train Komoka Crano. New Kenyan say, a dear say, NPP 4 no so, a quatina majority side one in 10 terms of crown, Sana, NDC 4, a drain on my fan, or my quacoye, Arches with Chima, Omo. The omu train say bibia be gina speaker no so ope say ehoye din dia enye sa dia omu so so ready say omu ne omu de besi ani enu nti ene ono apie parliament in terms here okwa akotena majority side ono usia vim lady afia pokua nso so kiremu a hena NPP 4 anase parliament 4 no anase panimu bia amfre soldiers anase military bia ankwanko piem o parliament ho o se da bi ni dwuma bia edi wo honom a chese wode enyomanyoma bi nso so a ebesi wo parliament agudwa.
Strongest indication say yes we are occupy. It's up to the speaker. Orderliness in the chamber and the president of parliament. It's in the bosom of the speaker. You hear him say obey size to me. No ma bibia kotoche so boni bisia e bo speaker ni triso
in 2% chese a man no assume from parliament house agent speaker so
of course yeah dey be no maka just say dey be di mra so and sabe to whom much is given much is expected on no ye ba no dani in terms of the leadership of the institution called parliament in mra no so ma ho kwan say ono na ye so or ensure orderliness ye hwe anim so be any sapepe.
Now Tuesdays, or somebody message now. Mama, you're careful. Now I know will just be a tip of the iceberg and show us say 7 December because 7 December about way. This 2024 about way we are winning. Nobody can win the election straight. What will happen in this election? They say you obey more and obey carry the order of the day. Wow, when we Africa election, people vote, but when it means yeah, you might say the age more with football, no. From year voting to year, from even registration to year voting to year can especially can collation and counting. And we are not careful. I'm just sounding a warning. Now, security agencies are careful, but there should be no attempt to say these soldiers back up parliament. Then let me play you that video that happened. So we fear. The Mure, if you want happen just 2021, inauguration of the new president and the new parliament. They see any because of this 8-year cycle, especially NDC, because NDC knows it is their time. 8 years national. Before 8 years, although that decision must be left to Ghana, the Ghanaians, the 70 million Ghanaians who are registered, they have to decide. And yeah, Obinim decided. So what I say, and this is serious. I'm telling you that what I've picked up, and I've gotten all the messages are. I didn't want to read them, but maybe I'll be forced to read portions of it. No, be who say, and yeah, a friend saying, maybe doom monging, and I'm a person may yana Obinim session or answer bibisa. But you can see that people are planning issues. Say, Oman for money and see for more. A bigger problem. For instance, there's an MP who says that, okay, this one is about speaker. They were discussing how a moody speaker, because speaker and NDC want to say the Supreme Court can end Yajuma. MP before not so for Omanya. A friend saying, stay of execution was Supreme Court until Omoba enforcing on China. After forcing in court, there will be no enforcement in the Supreme Court. This is where the confusion is coming from. It's on some of their platforms from we discussion about how they are preparing for China. Because in the parliament has it into a coin to use today to plan. And Omoka say one of them is saying 34 constituencies there were Accra. Because Accra you have 34 constituencies. Executives need now contributing. No one can come for like boys and boom. No more contributors can count so that they can facilitate China movement. Because this is a message that Omu discusses. And this is the plan for tomorrow. And then one of them said, are they implementing this? And I said, leadership needs now on mama and emergency because there has to be a deliberate execution of the plan. This is also on one of the comments MPs be making. And then but also say no military officer has any business to come to parliament tomorrow. Any military officer who dares to come to parliament tomorrow will be treated as a criminal. MPs are discussing this. This is the MPs discussion. No. They are also saying, okay, so why never contribute to 2 people for each year of the 34 constituencies? No, because parliament to Accra, so they want Accra to lead. Okay, then I'm sure the National Security and Ministry of Interior are picking up on some of these things, and they are going to deal with it. But they must, National Security and Ministry of Interior need the first time, must be careful how they go around it. Because 2 months to elections, this is not what we need. In fact, from minority to majority, I think that they should be ashamed of themselves. 2 months to elections. They are watching power 8 years old. They are over power. This is a shame. It's a big shame. Say 2 months to elections. Ghana for bread. NPC say they are coming to save Ghana from Ghana for home. NPP for so betwa near my papa. Nanado anybody yeso. The focus should be on those things. Niama edi emfasobe bread Ghana, not planning to attack and counter attack. Where's your attack? Where's your planning counter attack? What kind of lawlessness is this? And MPs kukuda. Munimumra, munimode. Half of the MPs in parliament, including the speaker, we are lawyers. You know how rule of law will work. Munim said the M24 in a hotspot. In fact, a year friend say CDD Adom passé. Hotspot now 2020 no. I double because Obia and Hokaya, including the over 30 people were tagged. Obinim so call for ever retaliate this election. Obia ye bono, Obia ye plan call for 8 years. They will counter attack this election. These are the serious issues we must be thinking about. Not bread and butter, a come drink of 4 we focus on those ones. But more MPs, you are planning mayhem. Say, Ochina, the Maya ready, mark them stand by security. I'm buying to turn in crop also I already said, the military, there should be no military officer in parliament tomorrow. The essence of the multi-party democracy, any civilian government they are operating just said, no military officer must go anywhere near parliament. No military officer must go anywhere near parliament. No military officer must go anywhere near parliament. That's what we should do. What I say? Because yes, I need a problem in Ghana. We should never do that. Because the things that they are saying, are serious. At this time, NDC should be the government in waiting. Oh, yeah, you must say, Ube take over. NPP Baumia should be the government in waiting. Also, yeah, what is Ube take over. Planning, systematic solutions. Now, you want penny for more drink and takwa. More drink, you just want to be right by force. It's now that way you are not planning. On my planet. And let me read you one last message from MP Obao. And one would think that Kamanupo will be more sympathetic. This MP Obao say, NPP does not understand any language except boot for boot. You see, he either anticipates that or he may have picked signals that there will be chaos in the chamber on Tuesday. We must not tolerate nor waver. This is MP Obao. The message in responding to the discussion, and on no kasa say MPP want take kasa be I just a boot for boot into a channel be facing boot for boot. What are we doing? What are we doing? Parliament now look at what all of you are doing. Ye here to be na Ghana ye to me didi dokono no cry say na board in 5 cedi no dokono say ye turn 5 cedi no ye here to be na edi and also some person because way more koye obi so be retaliate na so just abem. Because now no problem security expert or catch say if we are not out of the rules, or West Africa no. And Shatta pare Ghana sao. Because any opportunity be a military to take over and they will take advantage and take over. We don't know who is lying there or also had the money. Burkina BSC, Niger BSC, Mali BSC. People are also marking time on the side, looking for an opportunity to the best strike for Ghana. It's more ye say no. It's parliamentary democracy. You will see the youth no some omoka. The biomoka sena a parliament form why because ya can we are omokunto ko omokocha esgacho. Ya ti committee that ye discuss esgasha. Before ambako you bet you esgasha momo. And yet a man any maba when they be a chena senate club ni bino. Adwuma kro mu ni bi na campus o manya snake. Omo to one omo so yeah. Yodium, almost so encouraging. What kind of country are we living for our children? On my ben yeja, you know. So when I saw the messages, I was just scared. Say we should never let the 7 January being repeated. No, because election way is not anybody's election. This election is not going to be a EBR. This election, if we assess and yet nobody can claim say they have their thumb on this election. Nobody can claim say they have their thumb on this election. It's a classic indication say someone that to me fully crowd to say Kumase. No, it's just elections. No, people go 80% or more Ashanti region or Mutri Keka. And that is why it is a party be a Koyama BBC. Because people could see now military will take over. Wow, person over power. Wow, so and your military will take over. The first thing they will do is the boundaries affects the constitution and then create a state of emergency. That means there will be no elections. When there's a state of emergency, there will be no elections. The next time they will be talking about election, maybe about a year or two. This is how our military took over. We should not entertain anything like that. Already, say the CDD for report channel. We have more than 80 hotspots. Broad daylight, broad and the police for the 20,000 Ghana cities bounty at a branch and Okute Tionoso. NDC for to mobile bro NPP car. When did we get so violent? That Ben Nagami you do this level. You know about what crowd, especially and we must not encourage this kind of behavior. Because about Yeni or form no, Yeni a baby. Penny Pond the baby was stand by never the baby or chartered flights. Hey, see one of my train, Momo, you know, moment any BBC pa no moko na kaya ya wo form no yes so ni ebewu 2020 elections obi eni won mo ya eskeniba owu election go skeniba kron ha no oya ba no kron ha no kra na akoto obeko be 4 ankofo bebra to o ma ba wie no na obeko akoto so what you say ba hia fo mo no ye we banchi ne bo de ni kontomre ni dokro kom keke na no ye na ye de yeti beko akogye bo ye de yeti beko akogye bo na asemo aba. We must be very careful and protect the parliamentary democracy, no matter how bad it is. It's better than chaos. You protect the kakana ye will not na. Me say Ghana Armed Forces this is what is going on. Yes, mama mfa soldiers be anko parliament ochina. Mama yenka asem no na asumdwe mra. Let there be sanity in Ghana system because we cramp on